5th generation iPad Air in pink is in the house. And we're also putting this iPad Air side by side the iPad Pro. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. In today's video is another pink gadget. We have the newest iPad Air, and I'm just honestly gonna get right into it. Let's unbox. The new iPad Air and an Apple Pencil. In true Apple fashion, very minimal branding. We got the base 64 gig version Wi-Fi. And of course, you guys already know what color I got. We got the iPad, but of course, we'll see what else is in the box. Paperwork, power cord, USB-C to C, and we have a power brick. And nothing else in the box. Ooh. Oh, that's nice and pink. So you have the Apple logo, Apple Air branding here. Sleek. That's one camera on the back, and it does protrude a little bit. You have your volume keys on the right side, and these are very flat sides. At the bottom, you have speakers, USB-C charging port, a clean other side. And then up top, you have the power button that doubles as a fingerprint scanner and also more speakers. Nice. Okay, before we set this up, let's unbox the Apple Pencil. So this is the Apple Pencil 2, and this is the one that's compatible with the new iPad Air. Yes, the pencil that sticks on magnetically and charges at the same time to your iPad. That's a lot of paperwork for a pencil. Yeah, here we go. The most expensive pencil I've ever bought. So yes, my iPad is pink. I getcha. This is where I shot that video, and as you can see, the color is shifting a little bit. Basically, what's happening is that lights on these types of colors make them seem like whiter. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not like a hot pink, but it is pink. There. You get the idea. And in comparison, this is the pink iPhone in the same light, and the pink iPad in the same light. But this thing does come in 5 other colors. Joshua got the purple one, and this is what that looks like. And this iPad Air also comes in blue, space gray, and starlight. Now this is the base version, which retails at $599 US, and this is the Wi-Fi 64 gig variant. The iPad Air can do 5G, and the cellular version starts at $750 US for the 64 gig variant. Now the thing with these iPads is that they start at 64 and then jump to 256. I don't know where the 128 went. I would have loved for a 128 gig variant, but it is no more. The iPad Air is now even more powerful. It runs on Apple's M1 chip. It's that same chip they've been talking about they put in their MacBooks and on the iPad Pros. For those of you who use your iPads for online calls, this tablet features a 12 megapixel front-facing camera, and it has center stage. Yes, that feature which allows you to never exit frame as you move around on your call. On selfies, you can even do a wider shot, though I'm not entirely sure why you'd be shooting a lot of your selfies on a tablet, but the point is you can if you wanted to. And selfie video allows you to do the same. So this is footage from the selfie camera 1x, and this is footage from the selfie camera, and this is wide. It's actually quite a wide scene. Again, I'd imagine this be perfect for group calls. On that back, that lone camera is a 12 megapixel shooter that can shoot 4K video. And this is how that footage looks. Up front, that is a 10.9-inch liquid retina display that does 500 nits of brightness and up until 60 Hz refresh rate. No, there is no promotion on this iPad, and videos look and sound like this. So as you saw, I did get an Apple Pencil with my iPad Air, and that's because I intend to try digitizing my planning. I've been seeing people with cute and organized digital planners on TikTok, and I want to try doing that instead of my usual very messy notes and multiple notebooks. Honestly, I don't have an iPad, nor have I integrated it in my everyday workflow or in general life. The last time I had an iPad, which I actually used, I was in law school, which was quite a while back. If I'm honest, I feel like this is still a little too big for me. And after having unboxed the Pink Mini last time, I still feel like that's the perfect size. You guys know I am a fan of tinier but powerful gadgets. Since I have smaller devices anyway, the iPad Mini just seems like the perfect in-between device, my 14-inch MacBook Pro, which I edit on, and my smaller iPhone 13 mini or Galaxy Z Flip 3. This thing feels like just the right size to casually carry around, but I'm giving this a chance, you guys. I'm excited to put it to use because I want to see how I can multitask on this. If games are a thing on iPads, I want to see if it can fit my editing, writing, creative workflow. After all, they say that's a 2 times faster USB-C port too. And like I said, I want to get to digital journaling on this. Though lol, I have a long way to go because I've seen how cute and organized digital planners can be. Either way, it's been a fun 24 hours of playing with this thing, and I'm even planning on adding a paper-like screen protector on this to make my writing even more enjoyable. But yeah, those are my personal sentiments with this new iPad, but I digress. Let's look at this thing side by side with the iPad Pro. So here we have the iPad Air 5, which we just unboxed, and here we have the iPad Pro 11 inches M1 chip. Both of them have M1 chips actually, and as you can see, they're almost the exact same size, and well, the Magic Keyboard fits both these iPads. Of course, we see the difference in cameras, and this is also a thing that you will notice when you put the Magic Keyboard on the iPad Air. The cutout for the camera is bigger than this tiny one camera. Right side, we have the volume buttons. It's quite identical. At the bottom, same thing, both USB-C ports, and you have speakers. And these two iPads are almost as thick as each other. Up top, as you can see, they look very similar, but if you notice this button, the power button, bigger on the iPad Air, this is also because this serves as the fingerprint scanner for the iPad Air. Meanwhile, the iPad Pro does not have fingerprint unlock. The iPad Pro does face unlock, meanwhile the iPad Air does not have face unlock, and it relies on the fingerprint scanner, which by the way is positioned that way so you can unlock on portrait orientation or landscape orientation. Both screens are looking very similar in size, except the iPad Pro is just a teeny bit bigger. Of course, the iPad Pro has ProMotion and the Air does not. Because these two iPads are powered by the same M1 chip, a lot of people have been asking about which one they should get or what actually is the difference between the two. Most specifically because the 3rd generation iPad Pro 11 inches is basically the same size as this. It can get a little confusing, but it's mostly that the iPad Pros have one more and better cameras on it. It has less colors, so the iPad Air and its 5 colors definitely win in that department. The iPad Pro has a slightly bigger screen, but the iPad Pro also has ProMotion, which the iPad Air does not. And finally, the iPad Pro has better storage options, with the maximum being at 2 terabyte, and most importantly, they have a 128 gig variant. And that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the new iPad Air. I'd also love some recommendations on digital planning, so let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's isadoes_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until next time!